I'll give you my spoiler-free thoughts first, and then I'll tell you to bugger off if you haven't seen the movie. Alright, so my expectations were low coming into this movie. I had been trying to avoid trailers and any opinions on the movie whatsoever to really step into the theater with a fresh pair of peepers, yet I was having doubts. The last video game movie I watched was The Slender Man, and, that movie is a deplorable stain of unredeemable dog shit. So anyway, I buckled up ready to experience the second biggest disappointment of my life, and I was blown away. Not only did I have a good time, I genuinely think the movie was fantastic. It blew my expectations out of the water, and I really think it will go on to become a classic that I will be watching at the least every October from now on. First of all, the animatronics and the visuals in general were spectacular. They are immersive and make you forget about literally everything else for 1 hour and 49 minutes. While the movie can't go too brutal due to the PG-13 rating, the violence we do get is really tastefully done and serve their purpose well. There aren't any cringe "we are FNAF" moments either in the movie. The term FNAF isn't even mentioned. They obviously couldn't adapt every single detail of the lore since barely even Scott himself is 100% sure about exactly how things went down, but I really think they did a good job creating a story with some original elements while still telling the story of the original game, with characters and story beats from the other games sprinkled in, of course. Anyway, that was my spoiler-free review, so to the people who haven't seen the movie, have a nice one. Alright, now that we have the normies rinsed out, let's talk about the things that some fans are complaining about. I've followed the franchise since 2015, and thanks to MatPat and other hardcore fans, I'm familiar with most of the lore. Anyway, I can't wrap my head around people's problem with the pillow fort scene. Is it that it makes the animatronics less scary? I guess they are mysterious and unnerving up until the pillow fort scene, but it's not like they stay friendly for the rest of the movie. When Abby gets upset with Mike, they definitely become a threat again, and I'd even argue that they become even more scary than in the beginning of the movie after Afton takes control of them again. And for the people saying it's cringe or out of place for them to build a pillow fort, they're meant for kids. The animatronics are supposed to go around hugging children and being goofy overall. It's literally what they're built for. And on top of that, they're possessed by dead children that control them at random. Them building a pillow fort is, while unexpected, not unnatural at all. That's what kids do, and this scene reflects that. As for the scene where the Springtrap suit fails, while not perfect, I do think the scene is a powerful one, and it really gives me the same feeling I got the first time I saw the original scene. The feeling of the big antagonist finally being defeated. The only real criticism I can give here is that they could have emphasized Afton's pain a bit more, but otherwise I have no complaints, and Matthew Lillard's delivery of the "I will always come back" line is flawless. The last big critique I will discuss is the inclusion of Vanessa. I was a bit worried about this one as well, but after watching the movie I really didn't mind it. It never distracted me, perhaps partly because she's really well acted, which goes for all the main characters by the way, but I also think her inclusion in the story is quite natural and I got used to it quickly. But the most important thing is that I stepped out of the theater feeling fulfilled. The movie overall really captured the feelings and the vibe the 3 original games gave me so long ago, and that means a lot. Anyway, if you didn't like the movie, go watch it again. And if you liked the movie, go watch it again.